Hello guys, and welcome to a new video. I'm going to be transforming our small urban front garden into hopefully a veg patch this year with lots of beautiful flowers and herbs as well. So our small garden when we moved in a year and a half ago was very old and unused and a little bit sort of unloved, and the first thing I did was just put some privacy screening up, and that's been up for a year now, so I've been able to sit with my garden for a whole year and really get to know the garden and all of its sort of ways, you know, the animals, the plants, etc., the terrain, the soil, the sunlight. So the first job of this project was to get the original frame of the screening rebuilt. It was very flimsy, there'd been a lot of storm damage, so it was time to make that more substantial. What I had done around the edge of the garden for the past year was just put down some carpet for no dig and layer up lots of soil and wood chip onto the borders. So last year we had beautiful borders, we grew lots of vegetables, we grew all sorts. We had a great big harvest of pumpkins. It was actually great fun here. But this year I don't want to work with borders, I want to go full-blown beds, polytunnel. I haven't actually had a polytunnel since 2017 and I really miss having my polytunnel. It brought me so much joy and I love going to where the Rewell barn is, obviously my parents' land. It's all about nature and gardening, and I wanted to bring my space back. Having a polytunnel or a greenhouse at home for me is like the connection between the land at my parents' and the land at home, and it means I can work with my herbs or plants between the two spaces, growing here for there, bringing there for here. So with the framework for the screening rebuilt, the screen being put back up beautifully, it was finally time, after days of hard work, to start the garden. And the first space for me was absolutely the polytunnel. My son very kindly built the polytunnel for me, and I got to work on digging the bed and preparing the soil of the area where the polytunnel was going to sit. I wanted to talk a bit about why I'm on this mission. I love gardening, I look after my parents' land, and I generally have a nice garden at home. But this is different. This isn't just a bit of nice gardening. This is coming from a really different place this year. This project comes from a place of wanting to tap back into all of our survival skills. I'm very lucky and fortunate that I can go to the forest or the wild and look for wild foods and medicines. But when I look at our shopping bill, I look to see what do we buy that I could try to replace. I'm going to try and grow as much of what we buy as humanly possible this year and see what I can learn, see what success can come from it, see how much money we can save ourselves as a family, and also I want to know that the food we're eating is the best possible quality, and I still to this day do not think any food compares to wild food or homegrown food.
There's so many.
That one wasn't there. That one just landed.
He's so cute.
Once the polytunnel was settled, it was time to get to the borders, and this year I've planted 150 bulbs so far. I want to bring all the wildlife. We brought so much wildlife to this garden last year, an amazing amount of butterflies. It was so beautiful. So I want to provide lots for the nature again, and myself in the way of beautiful flowers around the borders. I also got some of the rollout seed tape, and I've planted that all along the back of the screening, and these seed tapes contain climbers, so I'm really excited to see if that works and if I end up with an entire wall of beautiful climbing flowers. So we're coming to the end of part 1 of my small urban garden. Thanks for joining me. I hope that it has been inspirational. I hope that it's going to motivate you to take back a little bit of control and grow your own food. If you're lucky enough like us to have some outdoor space, I really hope you make the most of it going forward. Nature needs you, wildlife needs you, and your family needs your wonderful homegrown food. I made a lot of progress in the first few weeks. I've got the polytunnel in, that's starting to take shape, and in fact I've got things already starting to come up in there. I've managed to work on my borders and build some beds, and I'm really excited to keep this series going. So if you enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, give me advice, let me know what you think of these videos, and I'll see you in the next video on my channel. Take care.